Hey, it's Brian Riley from Remax Select Realty. I'm here with part 6. I think this is part 6. I'm starting to lose track, but I got a great question for you today. A great video for you on questions you should be asking your clients and potential clients if you're an agent. Again, this series is for the agents. If you're a consumer or a client and you're watching this, that is great. No problem. There's nothing hidden here. There's no tricks. There's no manipulation. In fact, if you're working with an agent or if you're talking to somebody in the real estate business and they're not asking you these questions, that is, in my opinion, a red flag. But I know a lot of the times as agents, especially new coming into the business, we hear a lot about scripts and we hear these different things and we hear different sales terms. In my opinion, a good script is really just a good kind of array of good questions to help the agent or loan officer, whoever it is in the business, the professional, to help them learn what they need to learn, get the information they need to get from the client or from the consumer in order to then, convey the important information that the client or consumer needs to get from us. Because we're the ones in the business, we are the ones with the answers, but it's hard to give the right answer without knowing what the right question is. And the clients and consumers don't always know what the right question is that they're supposed to be asking in order to get the answers, in order to get the information that they need. So that's why I'm doing this video series. I'm going to jump into this next question. This is a good one, even for any professional in any business. I learned this before I got into real estate from another sales business, a direct sales business that I was in. It was the same thing. Every business is pretty much the same thing. We would talk to someone and then we would try to schedule an appointment, right? So that we're not spamming that person with all of the details of what's going on in the real estate market right now before we've even found out why or if they even care. We meet somebody on an elevator and they say, hey, how's the real estate market, right? And then we talk their ear off for 10 minutes while standing and blocking the elevator door, right? This is a good way not to do that. You're gonna set an appointment with that person, at which point you're gonna, again, spend more time finding out what they need to know and then making sure they have all the information that they need. So I wanna set up this appointment with somebody. I gave you the script last time. Would you be against sitting down for 10 or 15 minutes? Or would you be against sitting, I guess 10 or 15 minutes is probably more like a phone call, but would you be against sitting down for 30 minutes or an hour at our office and talking about what we can do to help you? Okay, you got that one done. That was a previous question that I already went over. The next one is, can you do 2 o'clock tomorrow? If that's not good, I can do Thursday at 2 o'clock, or we can look at an earlier morning. What works best for you? So you see what I did there? I'm going to go through it one more time, and I'm walking in circles here. I hope I'm not making everybody dizzy. Can you do tomorrow at 2 p.m.? If that's not good, I can do Thursday at 2 p.m. or we can look earlier in the morning sometime. So what I've just done there, and I would end that, of course, by saying what works best for you. So I'm not telling them, what works for you, I'm available anytime. For me as a business person, that's a red flag. If I'm meeting with somebody and they have a wide open availability, they have no other appointments, means they have no other clients, means nobody else is doing business with this person. That's a little worrisome. Also they're gonna drop everything just to talk to me. That smells a little bit like commission breath, as we call it, right? If you're gonna leave, abandon your family and your kids in the middle of something you're supposed to be doing so that you can hurry up and talk to me, you're sounding a little thirsty. But at the same time, if I come and say, well, I can do 2 o'clock tomorrow, now it's all about you, and now I have to try to change my schedule to, accommodate the person who's supposed to be the professional, right? Do they even want my business, or is this just something that they're interested in if it fits into their schedule, right? And that's not the way that you really want to come off. It's not considerate to their needs. I'm not gonna give them a wide open availability, and then I see this all the time. The clients, or the agents rather, tell the clients, call me whenever, or I'm available whenever. What works best for you? And then the client tells them what time, and they're like, gee, of course it'd be that time. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh my God, I've got all this stuff going on. I have to get my kids to school at that time. How am I supposed to get them to school and then get to the other side of the town in 15 minutes? It's like you told them you were available anytime. They gave you a time. Give them a time that actually works for you, but give them a couple of alternatives. I like to give 2 alternatives and then maybe 1 open-ended. So like I said, can you do tomorrow at 2? If that's not good, I can do the following day at 2, or we can look at mornings. What works best for you? And they go, well, actually mornings would work best. What do you have in the mornings? Okay, let me look. I have, mornings are a little tougher for me, but I've got Friday, or we can do next week on like Wednesday. There you go. At this point, I've given them 4 options basically. If they can't do any of those 4 options, at that point, I'm gonna say, you know, well, what can you do? What availability do you have? And if they don't have any availability, or they say, you know what, I need to get back to you, then I know that that person's not really serious. Again, this isn't a manipulation thing. You want these people to meet you, if not halfway, at least meet you somewhere along the spectrum of them being interested in meeting with you, but also respecting your time and respecting your business and the way you do business. Nobody calls the doctor and says, hey, I want to come in at 3 o'clock on Thursday. That's not how it works. Ironically, doctors' offices aren't that good at this. Sometimes you call and they go, well, when do you want to come in? You're like, I already know what the time I want to come in isn't going to be available, but you know, tell me what's available. Well, the next thing we have available is 8 weeks from now, you know, 1:30 p.m. And you're like, all right, I guess I'm canceling everything that day. And also dying between now and then while I wait to get in, right? So you want to be readily available to your clients or to the consumers, but you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be distracted. You don't want to be thinking about, oh my God, is somebody actually picking my kid up from school right now at this time? Because it's supposed to be me, but I had to take this appointment, and God forbid I'm not available at the exact time that this person needed when I left it completely open-ended. So there you go. There's your question. Can you do 2 o'clock tomorrow, or insert whatever time, obviously? If not, I can do the following day around 2, or we can look at some other time of day, or we can look at next week. You know, again, insert something a little bit more open-ended, but make it so that it actually fits. Don't present them with times or options that don't work for you. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's a powerful script. That's something where a lot of agents lack. I think that's where a lot of people lack. I think a lot of people in general aren't doing things that they want to be doing or would be doing if they could figure out how to manage their calendar. You know, you want to grab lunch with a friend, you know, hey, I can do Wednesday or Thursday. Which one works better for you? If neither one of those, then we got to look at like 2 weeks from now. What works best for you? Okay, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday works, right? So there you go. So you just booked a lunch with a friend, as opposed to when works for you. You know, I'll get back to you, you know, whatever. And then, you know, next thing you know, it's been 2 years and you haven't seen that friend, right? This is a tool that can help you in so many different aspects of your life. Excuse my yard here. It's a mess. My phone's shaky. Hopefully I'm not making everybody dizzy. Wanted to drop this video for you guys. Wanted to give you this question. Please leave a comment. Like the video, subscribe to the page if you're finding these valuable in this series. Stay tuned. Part 7, I think it's part 7, coming up soon. And good luck, guys. I'll see everybody later.